Imagine driving down the highway and you come across the following scene.
Cody.
Honestly, I thought it was a literal scene being filmed for a movie at first, but no. This is an actual highway robbery that took place in Los Angeles in 2024. And here I was thinking highway robberies only happened in the olden days. I guess LA is still the Wild West. It's so strange how people slow down and stop to film, but then what else can they do aside from call the police?
Look at that. Look at that. Brand new car.
It's a common misconception that individuals with disabilities are incapable of wrongdoing.
Just stay back. I'm going to call the guards.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, stay back.
Go on.
Just stay back, Thomas.
Sorry?
Just stay back.
No, this is my flat.
No, this
You
is your
go to
place,
hell.
but you cannot do this.
Go to hell.
No, just
Go
stay
to
back.
hell. Go to hell.
However, a shocking video from the UK challenges this concept, demonstrating that human malice knows no bounds. The footage shows a disabled elderly man attempting to unlawfully evict his Indian tenant. The method? He tries to cut through the door with an electric saw.
Stay back. Are you mad? I am. I'm mad at you. Are you mad? I am. Do you think I wouldn't do it? I fucking split you open, you bastard. You got it?
Just stay back. I'm going to call the guards.
Call the guards.
Yeah, I'll call the guards.
Go on, call the guards.
Yeah, I will call the guards. Just stay back. Stay back. I'll call the guards.
I don't
They
give
will
a shit
decide.
about your family or nothing. You will lose more
I can
than you
see
ever
that.
lost.
I can see that.
There must be something nasty in the water at bus stations in the UK. This man flew into a fit of rage at a bus station in High Wycombe, flipping over a drinks machine and attempting to break anything he could get his hands on.
What, couldn't it? Crazy.
When he failed to satisfy his anger, he went outside and started fighting the actual buses. Good to see that everyone else was keeping calm and carrying on, though.
Alright, Rambo.
Elephant walking down the road. Oh my god. Oh my god. Only in Butte. The circus elephant got loose.
Bulls in Massachusetts and elephants in Montana. It might not make sense, but the footage doesn't lie. Apparently, this elephant had just escaped from a traveling circus that was visiting Butte, Montana. It's hard to tell if the animal is scared or simply enjoying having a nice stroll.
Where are you going? Where are you going, friend?
It was later retrieved without incident. It's a shame. because this is probably the most exciting thing to happen in Butte in 20 years. A couple went cycling in Muir Woods, California, and were stunned to see a huge creature lurking behind a tree. They explored the area afterwards and said that the bark of the tree had been scratched off and the scratchings reached about 9 feet tall. It also smelled rotten and made one of them throw up. Is this another Sasquatch sighting, or could it have been a bear?
Whoa.
The woods can play tricks on your mind and are a hotspots for pareidolia, in other words, seeing things in patterns. This person believed they spotted an elusive white Bigfoot. It appears to stare while standing incredibly still with the occasional blink.
Seriously? Hi, my friend. Holy. He's standing above the bushes. He, she, whatever. Look how tall that is. Yo, it's white. It's white. It looks like its eyes are like hologram. You see how dark its eyes are? Yo, this is scary to an extent. I don't usually see white ones like that.
However, others had suggested it could be a barn owl or a tree trunk, and the blinking could be a camera glitch.
What's your emergency?
There's a guy over here with a knife trying to stab me from the window.
Okay, where are you?
I'm here in Midtown Severn.
Okay, and what's the phone number in case it disconnects? Okay, never mind. Where is he with the knife?
He's outside, trying to come in.
Is the door locked?
Yeah, it's locked.
This terrifying gas station incident starts with a 911 call where a Salt Lake City clerk reports a man with a knife trying to stab him through the window. Footage from the incident shows the police arriving at the gas station to engage the man, who calmly walks away while still holding the knife. The officers repeatedly demand that he drop his weapon, but he refuses to comply.
Get on the ground! Stop, please!
Right now!
Do not!
No! Get on the ground!
Get on the ground! Please don't make us do this! Please!
Shoot you, come.
Please put the knife down!
We will shoot you! Get on the ground!
Stop! Get on the ground!
As they warn the man that they will shoot him, he simply yells, "I don't care," and continues his approach. This leaves the officers with no choice but to open fire.
Get on the floor!
Stop walking towards us!
You will get shot!
He was eventually hit more than 20 times. Being unhappy with a restaurant service is one thing, but acting up at the risk of getting filmed? Don't know why people just keep doing that. Like this lady here who throws a tantrum at a Cold Stone Creamery by thrashing the store. Rightfully so, she gets arrested for criminal mischief after doing all that. Makes you wonder, if she's so unhappy, why does she prefer to cause more financial damage to herself rather than just walking away or leaving a 1-star review on Yelp? On December 19th, 2015, 32-year-old Chad Gibson went missing in Cornwall, England. Later that day, Chad was seen in St. Austell before heading to Newquay, where he met a friend at the Central Pub. Around 5:10 p.m., CCTV captured Chad leaving the pub with 2 men, crossing the road to Bank Street. They returned shortly after, but by 6 p.m., Chad was alone, seen jogging across a mini roundabout on 4th Street, heading towards Tower Road and Headland Road. That was the last confirmed sighting. Chad's mother, Sharon, revealed that the night before, Chad had met a woman he was excited about. This led to a confrontation in the pub when another man claimed to have dated her. More than 9 years have now passed since Chad's disappearance. The case remains unsolved, with authorities and volunteers continuing to seek answers. Chad's family maintains a Facebook page to keep his memory alive and encourage new information. Sometimes the whole point of following someone isn't just to get money, but to steal it. That's what happened to a 61-year-old woman from Alamo, Texas. After pulling into her house, she realizes that a Lexus has followed her into her driveway. At first, she thinks she knows them, but it's quickly revealed that they are not only strangers, but heavily armed. Though terrified, she wisely lets them into the house, where they take a Rolex watch, rings, and a diamond necklace. Moments later, the suspects emerge and make their escape. This guy probably doesn't have any bad intentions. However, he does have pretty bad special awareness. Upon attempting to enter this convenience store, he trips over a parking block and slams his head onto the store door, causing it to shatter. Again, this guy's only crime is being a pretty lousy parker, and there's no evidence that he was trying to rob the store. Nevertheless, his lack of coordination is indeed disturbing. Amazon delivery drivers, known for their charm and efficiency. Oh, look, here comes one now.
Oh, don't let that dog out, dude. Don't let that dog out. No, it's not okay. I'll kill it. I mean, I can kill you before you kill me. I'll shoot the you and your dog, bro. Yeah, man. Good luck with that. Yeah.
This guy doesn't seem to be a big fan of dogs, but then he is a postman of sorts, dog's mortal enemy. Threatening to kill the dog is a step too far, but threatening to kill the owner as well? I don't think that's in the employee handbook. Hello, Amazon? I'd like to make a complaint, please. If you can't handle a ball being hit in your direction, tennis probably isn't the sport for you. Perhaps this is the moment when one woman came to that exact realization, but probably not.
my wardrobe. You can't even see the scale.
Have you ever seen a spider this size? This girl found one in her house, and honestly, it doesn't even seem real.
Massive. Where did it go? I don't know how. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. It's under here. Are you ready? Guys, it's massive. Australia. I can't show you anything to scale because I don't want it to bite me. But it's huge. It's full of eyeballs.
I would definitely throw up. Nobody likes moving, but chances are these people hate it more than anyone else. After the brakes fail on their van, they and all their belongings are sent hurtling down the driveway.
Ça va? Ça va? T'es sûr?
The really bad part is that he still needs to move this stuff in after all that. This tourist not only put his own life in danger by scaling a rocky cliff face in nothing but his swimming trunks, but he also disturbed a nesting colony of black nudies, a type of seabird. It's not clear whether he wanted a better look at the birds or was thinking about jumping into the ocean, but either way, his actions were stupid and shouldn't be replicated. This one might need some explanation. The two people going up the stairs, they invited some supposed friends out for a drink, but the second they had a chance, they started speed walking in front of them. Why? Because they were going to rob her. However, this girl and her friend are no dummies. She even says she's got her tool out, which is sling for gun, in case they try anything. And guess what? They do. And it does not end well. Aside from the self-defense in action, the best part of this video is the random neighbor who thought that opening the door was a good idea after hearing like a dozen gunshots. On December 4th, 2024, a 45-year-old Adam Grant Gunderson was fatally shot by a police officer in the parking lot of a Safeway store in Vancouver, Washington.
How's it going, man? What's going on, boss? Oh, my hunch. Just seeing what you can find?
Yeah, just getting some scraps.
Nice. This thing's closing down. They're tearing it apart yet?
I have no idea.
Oh, cool.
So they're just dumping a bunch of stuff out, so.
Huh. Okay, cool. Is this your pickup?
Why?
Because there's no front plate on it. I'm just asking, boss.
What's your first name? Why are you so standoffish? Okay. Alright. Is it your pickup or no?
What does it matter?
Because we need to identify it, right? Is there a back plate on it?
Why do you need to identify it?
Because it's a vehicle, right? Nope. You're not going to get in yet. Hey.
The incident began around 10:48 p.m. when officers contacted Gunderson. A physical altercation ensued, during which Gunderson reportedly brandished a gun. In response, Officer Bugulin Flores discharged his weapon, striking Gunderson multiple times in the head. Gunderson was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Out of the car. 45, right in the front. Hey, don't fight. He's fighting me. He's got something. Enough what he's got. Get on your ground. Get on your ground. Hands out. Hands out. Dude, you're gonna get shot. Go. No, I didn't. Then drop your gun in your hand. No, I don't. Release your hand. Let me see it. I'm sorry. Let me see your hand, dude. I bleed. 45. I bleed. Stop it now.
I'm bleeding, bro.
He has a gun in his hands.
I'm bleeding.
We got him pinned on the ground though.
I'm bleeding.
Give us your right hand.
I'm bleeding, bro.
You're gonna get shot. Do you understand?
You're gonna get
Shot. Hey, you're getting shot right now if you don't give me your hand. It's good. He's got it out. He's got it out. Watch out. Clear.
Officer Bugulin Flores sustained injuries during the confrontation, including a broken hand and a bite wound for which he received medical treatment. At the time of the shooting, Gunderson had an outstanding warrant for attempting to elude a pursuing police officer. It remains unclear if this warrant was the reason for the initial police contact on the night of the shooting. The Washington State Office of Independent Investigations is currently conducting a comprehensive review of the incident. Officer Bugulin Flores has been placed on critical incident leave pending the outcome of the investigation. This next neighbor is great at holding onto cars, but not so great at keeping a hold on her emotions. With the way she's screaming, you'd think she had just been involved in a horrific incident, but that's not the case. A girl comes sprinting out of her house to see what all the fuss is about, and the screaming woman explains that she's trying to get the driver to slow down to walking speed. Not that he can go anywhere while she's standing there blocking the street. These two drivers had a confrontation. They both stopped at a red light, and one of them got out of his vehicle. That's when the first car took off, leaving the other driver standing there like, I wanted a fight, and now he's gone. Too bad. This viral video shows a convoy from the CJNG cartel, one of the most notorious drug cartels in Mexico. CJNG stands for Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generación. The group emerged in the early 2010s, quickly gaining notoriety for its violent tactics and for challenging both rival drug trafficking organizations and state authorities. The CJNG is involved in a wide array of criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, kidnapping, and murder, with operations extending beyond Mexico to the United States and other countries.
¡Ya llegamos y no nos vamos!
This footage shows a massive compound guarded by heavily armed individuals who seem to have taken over the entire town.
She's just pinched the drink.
You haven't paid for the drink. You haven't paid for the drink. Oi! Where's the security? Give the drink now. Where's the security?
What you doing? What you doing, you big
Security!
The cost of food and drink at some bus stations can seem like a daylight robbery, but that doesn't mean that you can rob them back. This woman took a drink without paying while at a bus stop in Middlesbrough in the UK. She was followed and filmed but kept on walking as if she owned the place. It doesn't seem like she likes the drink, the way she spits it and throws it towards the people following her.
Who do you think you are, you big
Where's the security like? You haven't paid for the drink. You go to your desk, you gotta be. You go to your desk. Go.
What you doing, you
Talk to me while I'm talking to you. What?
She's just pinched and she's just hit a baby. A baby. She's hit a baby.
Listen, go back in there. Now. What are you doing? What are you doing? I love you, man. Don't do this.
And she's been stealing.
Call the police, call the police, call the police. Call the police.
Can you get that, please?
Get that ready, police.
Can someone call the police?
Yeah, do me.
Eventually, security intervenes, but this woman isn't going down without a fight. Fortunately, she loses the fight pretty quickly. This Arlington, Virginia home explosion happened in 2023, but it remains one of the most insane videos on the internet. The man in the home had been in a shootout with police minutes before the explosion took place. Authorities chalked the blast up to a homemade device the occupant, a schizophrenic, had rigged for just such an occasion. Unfortunately, he was killed in the explosion.
Holy fucking shit!
Get the fuck out of here! Oh.
A very poor robbery attempt was captured on camera at a Taco Bell in Dayton, Ohio back in 2011. According to police reports, a female suspect approached the counter and demanded cash from the register. This caught the attention of a manager, and when confronted, the woman quickly backtracked, claiming she was only joking before walking away. Boy, did she lose her confidence quickly. Maybe it was just a bad prank. One thief who actually went through with his plan targeted a Taco Bell in Jacksonville, Mississippi in 2019. Surveillance footage captured the brazen suspect entering the restaurant just after 6:20 a.m., dressed all in black. He told the manager on duty that he had a gun and demanded to be given money from the restaurant safe. It's estimated that he stole approximately $16,000 before running away and jumping into a waiting getaway vehicle. As far as I can tell, there have been no updates regarding this man's arrest, so he may have actually gotten away with it. This homeowner noticed some strange goings-on when she reviewed her security tapes. Orbs of light can be seen passing across the camera, but that's not the spookiest part. A ghost-like figure comes into view and seems to peer into the car before walking around or through it. Perhaps it's playing basketball, as some people have suggested. Either way, the apparition soon vanishes before more orbs dance across the screen. The homeowner says it's not the first time they've captured weird events like this in or outside of their home. If you're starting to think that the problem is gasoline, think again. Cars powered by alternative fuels are by no means safe from unexpected explosions. Take this footage from Pyeongchang, South Korea. It shows a massive fire at a liquefied petroleum gas charging station where vehicles that run on LPG can refuel their tanks. LPG is commonly used as a fuel in vehicles such as cars, buses, and trucks because it burns cleaner than gasoline or diesel and produces fewer harmful emissions. However, as you can clearly see, leaks can result in massive explosions. This woman throws a fit at a wet market by smashing a bowl of meat to the ground. But the video goes viral for her unexpected skill at throwing the meat without spilling it out of the bowl. In fact, in a feat of acrobatic skill, the meat that has flown into the air manages to land perfectly back into the bowl on the ground. The angry woman does not notice it since she leaves the market in a huff, but we all sure do. On the chilly morning of February 15, 2019, 19-year-old Leah Croucher set off on her routine walk to work in Milton Keynes, England. Dressed in her black coat and Converse sneakers, she was last captured on CCTV at 8:16 a.m. After the sighting, Leah seemed to have vanished into thin air, leaving her family and the community in a state of bewilderment and concern.
If you are able to see or hear this, please, please, please come home. You're not in any trouble because we love you so much. We want our beautiful, wonderful little girl to come home. If there's something bothering you, we can help you to fix it. You're not alone. You will never be alone as long as me and Dad are here.
Thames Valley Police searched the surrounding area, knocking on over 4,000 doors, deploying drones and conducting searches in local lakes, but Leah remained elusive.
Since she was last seen, there's been no use of her mobile phone, she hasn't accessed her bank, and she hasn't used social media. This is really unusual for Leah. We'd encourage anybody who has seen Leah, who has spoken to Leah, who knows people who have spoken or seen her, or anybody who's got any information whatsoever, then to come forward, no matter how small they think that bit of information might actually be.
The case grew colder and hopes began to wane. Fast forward to October 2022, when a maintenance worker investigating a foul smell at a property 1 mile from Leah's last known location made a grim discovery. Human remains were found concealed in the attic, along with Leah's personal belongings. DNA tests confirmed the worst. Leah had been in that house all along. Noah Maxwell, a convicted sex offender, became the prime suspect, but he took his own life in April 2019, 2 months after Leah vanished. An inquest found him guilty, but the exact cause of her death remains undetermined. Leah's parents continue to seek justice and advocate for changes in monitoring violent offenders, ensuring that their daughter's legacy is not forgotten.
Hey, bro, what do you want, bro? What do you want? I paid for my food. I paid for my food. What are you talking? Why you following me down the street? Nigga, you need to up back. What are you gonna do? You need to get back. Why are you following me? Why are you following me? What do you think? Why are you following me? What are you gonna do? Call 911. Call 911. If you need to settle something, you know who to call?
Yeah, they're over here. Let's go. I know them.
I'm okay. Go tell them. You go tell them.
Then you wait here. I'll call
You go tell them. You go tell them. I paid for my food. I handed you $20. You can't charge me more than what the menu say.
No.
So what are you talking about, bro? I'm not legally required to give you a tip. Get the back.
Depending on who you ask, tipping culture is getting pretty out of hand in the United States. Still, that's no excuse for this kind of behavior. Apparently, the man taking this video had just eaten at the subject's restaurant. However, the man seen here, the restaurant owner, apparently decided that the man did not tip enough and decided to follow him. This clearly leads to an altercation, with the two men screaming at one another in the street.
Why are you following me down the street?
You piece of shit. A piece of shit, man.
I paid for my
I'll smack
food.
the shit out of
Bro,
you,
I paid for
punk
my
ass,
food.
man.
I paid for my food, bro.
Piece of shit.
I paid for my food.
How the f do you think
Bro,
they make money?
I paid for my food, and now you mad because I won't tip you, and you follow me down the street?
Make money.
Okay, so raise your prices, dude. That's not my problem. No, you not. I know. So don't serve me then, bro. So don't serve me food then.
It nearly comes to blows several times, but luckily, both men decide not to antagonize each other further. Most criminals are smart enough to put on their mask before walking up to the register to demand money. This guy, he has a different approach. Though there's no sound to the video, he actually appears to greet the clerk before donning his Guy Fawkes mask. As if to solidify the fact this guy doesn't know how robbery is supposed to go, he simply pays for his items and walks out. Dude, come back. You forgot to do the stealing part. This friendly interaction would have been like any other if cameras hadn't captured the moments leading up to it. The man on the street is just sorting out his backpack when a motorbike pulls up and the guy starts waving a gun at his head, demanding his stuff. Only when the would-be victim turns around does the robber realize it's actually his friend. Aw, cue their friendly hug, and then it's off to rob some more people. I hope this guy goes to visit his friend when he ends up in prison.
Oh, wait! Oh, hold on, you almost hit me! Oh my god. Ooh, he had his life on. He got a blue light on. I have my stop.
The fact that these women only claim to post road rage videos means they must be involved in a lot of incidents. On this occasion, they were almost hit by an oncoming car and were immediately sworn at by the driver. I'm not saying these ladies are the problem. Maybe they're just really unlucky on the road.
He has his lights on too, you can't see his lights. about to have some kind of bust right here in front of us. Like they are in armored like cars right here in front of us, like cars.
Stealing from the most vulnerable is seriously shameful and makes you a total coward. This video was filmed in Valencia, Spain, and shows a man following a woman into her building just to try to steal her groceries. Not only does he steal from her, but he also pushes and hits her. Maybe next time, he should try stealing from someone who can defend themselves and see if he's so brave. Mumbai, India is well known for its huge population and somewhat iffy infrastructure. This footage shows what happens when a water pipeline brushes, sending tens of thousands of gallons of water cascading into the sky.
What is this? I don't know. Very shocking. Some pipe has busted.
The results of the burst pipe were literal rivers flowing down the street and flooding homes. At least the people in the way were able to cool off.
These people just doing this way. See, we are here and people are sick. Here, who can help them? And these people just tell them this. So I'm saying.
A bizarre event unfolded at the hostel in Stockholm, Sweden in 2018. A Chinese family arrived at the hostel a day before their booking and refused to leave despite the hostel being fully booked. Eventually, police were called to remove them, but the family claims they were sworn at and beat by the officers. One of the family members also said they were left near a graveyard across the city in temperatures lower than 10 degrees Celsius. Initially, the family received messages of support from the public, but when the footage of the incident emerged, public sentiment changed. The footage showed the Chinese family throwing themselves on the ground and shouting phrases like, "This is killing," and "Save me." Yet there was no evidence of any swearing or violence from the police. People have since accused the family of being unreasonable and acting like giant babies, but the Chinese government took it seriously and issued a travel warning to its citizens, telling them to be cautious while traveling in Sweden. Weird. Unless your address includes the word "under a rock," you might be aware that some US police officers sometimes behave badly when they think nobody is watching. This footage, captured at Covington Farm and Fuel Store in Pennsylvania in 2022, shows just such an occasion. The first thing you see is a man, Joshua Barracks, running through the back room of the store, apparently in an attempt to escape. He is then confronted by a police officer, at which point he drops to his knees with his hands on his head. The officer, however, decides to get really rough with Barracks, throwing him to the ground and roughly punching him in the face. It doesn't appear that Barracks was struggling before the officer started hurting him, but at this point, he seems to be fighting for his life. The officer even puts his full weight on the poor man in an attempt to subdue him. Barracks did need to be hospitalized for his injuries, and soon after sued the police department for $5 million. A security camera captured the chilling final moments of Marissa Galloway's life before she was killed by her former mother-in-law in Manhattan on July 26, 2024. The 45-year-old special education teacher and mother of two was fatally shot by 65-year-old Kathleen Lay, who then took her own life. According to reports, the terrible incident occurred during a custody exchange involving Galloway's 4-year-old daughter. Leah, a terminally ill former probation officer from Chicago, allegedly orchestrated the act to ensure her son, Zachariah Reed, gained full custody of the child. Galloway can be seen parking her child's stroller into the back of her car while the former mother-in-law stands to the side with her right hand covered by a Target shopping bag. Concealed beneath the bag was a gun she used to shoot Galloway before killing herself. In the wake of this tragedy, Marissa Galloway's family set up a GoFundMe campaign to support her young daughters, aiming to raise funds for their future expenses and to honor her legacy.
Thôi đi về đi.
Imagine going to great lengths to make your yard look pretty by planting some beautiful roses, only for your neighbor to come along and steal them. This homeowner caught their neighbor brazenly strolling onto their property and snipping not 1 or 2 roses, but almost the entire lot, all with a smile on her face.
Đi về con này. Đi. Đi con này. Đi.
I hope she sent them back in a nice bouquet with an apology note, but I suspect not. This girl thought it was a good idea to smash a train and then the car of the guy recording her. She even decided to climb onto the mirror.
Go ahead. Keep going. 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 Keep breaking it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Retarded. Retarded.
Honestly, we don't really know why or what the context is, but I can't think of any reason that would justify doing this. Talking about people snatching opportunities to grab what's not theirs, here's a wild scene that takes it up a notch. Picture this, a police car left wide open and a bunch of kids, about 11 years old, just couldn't resist the temptation. They went all in, digging through the car, grabbing stuff, and even filming their little adventure. They were laughing and having a blast, totally clueless about the trouble they were getting into. One of them even climbed on top of the car like it was a jungle gym or something. Thinking through the consequences isn't a part of the plan for these young thrill seekers. Honestly, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't want to see the look on their faces when the cops show up. This kind of thing makes you wonder about what kids are learning about right and wrong these days. It's a bit of a wake-up call that maybe we need to do better in teaching kids to respect the law and what belongs to the community. By now you should know that drug cartels and terrorists have a lot in common. Like terrorist organizations, cartels are known to use violence or the threat of violence to secure compliance or silence from the communities in which they operate. They also like to send video threats to news organizations and government institutions. In this video, members of the Chiapas cartel threaten to intensify violence against the police due to the department's alleged links with the Sinaloa cartel.
Balacearemos las patrullas y su base. Francisco Orantes Zavalla, alias El Panchito, mientras sigas protegiendo al güero Pulseras del cartel de Sinaloa y mandando a tus policías a cobrar cuotas a los migrantes, te seguiremos atacando las bases de la policía. Lo mismo va para ti, Yair Hernández Terán, alias El Hércules. Sigue jugándole al vivo, apoyando al güero Pulseras. Y la siguiente base que reventaremos será uno de la Policía Estatal Fronteriza. Ya todo el mundo sabemos que ustedes dos son los responsables de los secuestros y cobros de piso en Chiapas.
The men in the video are extremely heavily armed, and it's clear that they can more than back up their threats.
That's our own bro.
How do you get a guy high on drugs holding a Pikachu onto a bus? Pokemon! I'm not sure where this guy was taking a trip to, but it wasn't anywhere on this planet. It's a shame to see people like this, but at least the guy has a Pikachu by his side. Here's some wild footage from a New Hampshire courthouse. It shows ATF agents attempting to detain an immigrant who was showing up to court for misdemeanor drunk driving charges. The agents tackled the Venezuelan national so roughly that they knocked over a disabled elderly man in the process. It seems odd that they would make the arrest here instead of in the courtroom. Perhaps they can't resist the thrill of a 15-foot chase. In July 2021, a man named Bradley Bishop, who was experiencing homelessness, walked into a Taco Bell in Oklahoma City and asked for a cup of water. What happened next was nothing short of a nightmare. The security guard on duty, Antoine Martin, confronted Bishop and things escalated quickly. Surveillance footage shows Martin aggressively getting in Bishop's face, shoving him, and then beating him with a nightstick. As Bishop tried to leave the scene, Martin pulled out a gun and shot him 4 times in the back. To make matters worse, Martin wasn't even licensed to carry a firearm at the time. His license had expired months prior, meaning he was illegally armed while working security. Thankfully, the victim survived the shooting but sustained serious injuries. Martin was arrested and charged with assault and battery with a deadly weapon. He's now also being sued by both the victim and Taco Bell for medical expenses and damages. A person was going through a walk in the woods in Kansas when they came across a sight that looked like a scene from a horror movie. How do you suppose this deer skeleton got here?
Oh my God. Look at him. What the?
Was it an unusual natural death? A predator? Or was the scene staged by the hands of a human?
No, this has to be human. There's ribbon on it. This has to be human. What the?
However it got there, it's creepy. This footage from a gas station in Boston shows just how little it takes for a normal everyday situation to turn deadly. The video shows a white SUV accidentally backing into a parked pickup truck. Its hazards immediately start flashing, scaring the driver. In what seems to be an attempt to escape the hit and run, the person speeds away, smashing through 2 of the gas pumps. The car then heads 2 more vehicles on the other side of the parking lot while the gas station owner rushes to extinguish the flames.
I feel like I was stupid. I should have maybe ran away. I don't know. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be a safe thing to do, but I thought if I could put it out quickly, I could avoid an explosion.
Fortunately, the station's fire suppression system triggers, putting the fire out. Apparently, the driver, who ran from the scene on foot, had been trying to put air into the tires and had accidentally put the car in drive, not park.
I'd like her to take a drug test, to be honest. You know what I mean? Honestly, I mean, she could have killed somebody.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go to security, and I said I was.
Oh my God, get away from me!
You verbally assaulted me.
No,
you verbally assaulted me.
Get away from me!
This happened at a Canadian Costco. A woman who seemingly suffers from some sort of mental breakdown is recorded stalking another shopper.
Yeah, lady, this is right now.
I'm sorry. Security!
Punch me, I dare you.
Security!
Punch me, I dare you.
Security!
Yeah?
I'm out, please, someone help me!
The stalking lady appears to be in a state of panic and asking for security, but will not budge when told to leave the other shopper alone.
She's an ignorant. She's following me around the store screaming.
She's been doing this. She won't leave us alone.
I was walking in.
Do you know her? No.
She does not know me.
Okay.
She appears overtly startled every time she gets scolded, and yet would not back away for some reason that security had to be called to mediate the situation. On June 1st, 1990, 24-year-old Connie Lynn Royce enjoyed what seemed like a typical night out in Mount Clemens, Michigan. She was with a new acquaintance and accompanied him and his friends to Hayloft Bar, a local hotspot. Surveillance footage from that evening captures the trio entering the bar, with Connie appearing cheerful. However, less than an hour later, the same camera records a puzzling scene. Connie exits the bar alone, barefoot, carrying her shoes and leaving her purse behind. She appears unsteady, possibly under the influence, and bumps into a wall before disappearing from view. This would be the last confirmed sighting of her. Witnesses later reported a possible sighting of Connie using a payphone across the street from the bar, with a late 1970s model car nearby. It's unclear whether she entered the vehicle, and no further evidence has surfaced to clarify this lead. The investigation into Connie's disappearance has spanned more than 3 decades, involving interviews, polygraph tests, and extensive searches. The 2 men that she was with that evening were questioned and cleared of any involvement, as their accounts were consistent, and they remained at the bar after she left. If Connie Lynn Royce is alive, she would be 59 years old this year. Her case remains open, with authorities and her family still hopeful of one day finding her.
Yes, behind.
So can you just please go? I have a stalker boyfriend. He's following me.
Now this video is truly terrifying. It shows a woman in an Uber after a night out with a friend. When the car comes to a stop, a vehicle pulls up beside them and shoots into the car.
Can you go? Can you go? Can you go? Can you go? Go! Go! Please. They shot in the car, JC. Can you go fast? Can you go fast? Can you go fast? Please, can you go fast? Please, Lord, please. Lord. Can you go fast? Hurry up! Drive fast! What the please. They assume that somebody, a car is following. Can you go fast? Please go fast. 50-50 can drive. Please hurry.
The woman screams at the Uber driver as he fumbles with his phone, trying to call the police. But the story doesn't end there. Apparently, for the poor driver, who had nothing to do with any of this, was later beaten up by the passenger's friends. Talk about a terrible night. Let's keep the fun rolling for a few minutes. Here's another would-be thief walking up to the register and attempting to pull out a gun. However, the incredibly brave clerk simply puts his hand down, pushing the weapon away and pulling his own. With cold still an inch from his face, the robber decides to do the smart thing and walk away. Perhaps the real crime here is that you could still smoke in stores when this was filmed. This man, 48-year-old Matthew Mullicone, is learning that he royally screwed up. He's clearly in some distress and blames someone else for what's happened to his wife, who just passed away. Matthew offers up his version of events.
Was she shot in the chest? Oh my God! I saw her. I was next to her. We were trying to get the out of there as he's shooting us as we're driving in reverse. Oh my God! Oh my God! What has she done?
But what actually happened? According to official reports, Matthew had found out that his wife had been talking to another guy. Not exactly thrilled, he decides to pull up to the other dude's house, Daniel Guyanon, with his wife in the car, planning to tell him to knock it off. Guyanon's outside grilling when this confrontation goes from zero to full-blown shootout in seconds. Both men pull out handguns like it's the Wild West. Guyanon gets clipped in the leg, scrambles inside, grabs another gun, and the showdown continues. Meanwhile, Matthew and Kimberly try to bail in their car, but as they're backing out of the driveway, more bullets fly and, tragically, Kimberly gets hit near the neck and doesn't survive. For instigating the shootout, Matthew was sentenced to 15 years for voluntary manslaughter, 12 to 40 years for assault with intent to murder, and 2 years for felony firearm charges. Guyanon, meanwhile, was viewed as a victim and only later received minor charges for fleeing and eluding, possession of narcotics, and resisting arrest. The store owner also took matters into his own hands, literally to stop a thief from stealing a whole shelf of Takis. As the woman attempts to drag the chips out of the store, the owner grabs her by the neck before letting her go.
Oh! Oh, what you doing, bro? That's a female. Oh, shit. Get the Takis.
The thief then tries to carry on her mission, but the owner chases her away again. What would you do if you were the store owner? If you're drunk and driving, many things can happen. This guy was captured by a CCTV camera in a parking lot, crashing his car at really high speeds. Luckily, the man in the parking lot was not hit, but it was close. It's important to clean out your computer every now and then. It's also important to keep your fans stationary when doing so to prevent this from happening. It's a shame that this person's Star Wars inspired PC build literally went up in smoke due to this one single mistake. In case you were wondering, members of the King's Guard do speak for themselves when necessary. Say, for example, a tourist has the nerve to stand in his box. He will order them to get out, sharpish. You don't want to get yelled at like this woman.
Get out of the way! Move! Oh my god, get out of the way! I have to go! Please stop! You're holding traffic! Stop! No! Go! Go!
This video is actually the best argument I've seen against driverless taxis. It shows two men harassing a woman, trying to get her number while she waves them on and begs them to let the car go. But they just can't take the hint.
Go! No! Get out! Get out! Move! Stop!
Had there been a surely foreign driver in there, he could have at least threatened to run them down. But, at least for now, the robots are still programmed to not kill humans. The Netherlands are a renowned gospel group who were inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. On July 26, 2024, the group was en route to Alaska for a performance when a devastating accident occurred. The plane they were traveling on crashed in Wyoming, claiming the lives of 3 group members as well as a husband, an assistant, and the pilot. The preliminary report by the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, revealed that the aircraft experienced autopilot failure, leading to a loss of control.
Alaskan cruise, we are on our way. We just landed in Nebraska City.
Nebraska City, yeah. I think it
And
was.
so our first stop, and then we're stopping, where are we going? Montana. There's our wonderful pilot. This is the dude right there. This is Larry.
Co-pilot.
This is the
He
co-pilot.
handles everything. And this is the stop where we go eat. Like that's the right next stop.
Billings is where we're going to go eat. We're always about food.
Witnesses reported seeing the plane perform a barrel roll maneuver before crashing. The pilot had communicated the autopilot issue to the air traffic control and attempted to regain control before the fatal descent. Following the tragedy, Autumn Nellen Streetman, the only surviving member of the family group, expressed profound grief and thanked supporters for their prayers and love during this challenging time. She also announced the posthumous release of their final album, honoring the legacy of her family. Politics is always a hot topic among neighborhoods, and showing support for a particular party or candidate might earn you a knock at the door. It shouldn't, of course, but some neighbors can't help but speak their minds.
I want to know how you can vote.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Shameful.
Are you the one that walks by here and always screaming at people?
No, I haven't walked by recently.
Okay, because a lot of people walk by and scream.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You are voting for the devil. Don't you know that?
No.
Why are you voting for him?
Because I believe he is the moral candidate.
Oh, my God. You for that one.
That's
moral?
exactly right. That's how your side acts.
Oh, my God.
That's
He's
how
the
you
most
guys...
immoral person around.
In your opinion, that's okay.
This woman thought she could persuade her neighbors to change their minds about supporting Trump. As you'd expect, it didn't end up going the way she had hoped.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. God everybody's supposed to. God bless you.
Sometimes you get caught up in road rage and don't even know why. This guy got out of his car to close the hood of the car behind him.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
The woman in that car was confused at first because he seemed angry, but he was just trying to help. Unexpected, but not unpleasant. Let's head to South Atlanta, where security video shows a man accused of a double stabbing that left a young couple dead. Footage shows the man entering the couple's apartment and leaving several minutes later carrying a safe. He later throws the safe over a rear courtyard before making their escape. The footage proved to be good enough to get the suspect arrested in just under a month. Whatever you feel about cartels, one thing is for sure, they know how to party. This footage shows a so-called narco party for the daughter of a cartel member, El Tio Laco. This is the sort of party that would put even a Kardashian birthday to shame. From ornate dining facilities to fireworks and fountains, it seems that El Tio Laco spared no expense for his daughter's big day. There were also lots of heavily armed cartel members on hand to ensure nobody attempted to mess with the host, his family, or the many talented musicians hired to play the event. If you've ever wondered why bus ticket prices keep on rising, it's probably because the bus companies need to keep repairing things. This guy was irate when he was told he couldn't buy a ticket using his phone. To get revenge, he started smashing up the bus station. He was also verbally abusive towards staff.
Oh, shit, a fight.
When the police arrived, the angry man gave himself up and was later charged with vandalism, public intoxication, trespassing, and aggravated assault. At first, it might be difficult to see what's actually happening in this video. However, as if to prove once again that truth is stranger than fiction, this incident features an Albuquerque, New Mexico funeral home collecting a body that had fallen out of one of its vehicles from a busy intersection. Hey, at least one person was still wrapped up. Next time, just tighten those straps on the stretcher a little bit more, okay? This unhinged customer ended up leaving with a lot less food and drink than she paid for because she threw most of it back at the employees. The worker claims that the woman got angry when they tried to confirm her order. Instead of repeating it, the woman allegedly threw her Baja Blast and water back at the staff and then gave them a healthy dose of her own ranch dressing. Maybe she just misunderstood the concept of paying it forward. I don't know, I'm reaching. Criminals often take refuge in the woods, believing they can escape the long arm of the law. Unfortunately for them, that's rarely the case. On June 27, 2022, an armed robbery suspect, Tristan Warren, hid in the woods after holding up a convenience store with a firearm. The Tallahassee PD K-9 unit was called upon to track Warren, and the dogs took officers through a ravine to the suspected robber's exact location.
No, I have nothing. You're biting my hand. You're biting my hand. Let go of the dog. Let go of the dog now. Let go of the dog. Help! I can't. Help! Keep your hands where we can see you.
Warren was arrested and charged with robbery with a firearm and resisting officers without violence.
Put your arms out to your side. Hey, I'm gonna come by you. All right, thanks. You got him right.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Who's a good boy? The dog, of course, but not the criminal. Drug smuggling isn't just a Mexico problem. It occurs all over the world. In some cases, criminals come up with some pretty ingenious and pretty dumb ways to move their contraband. In this instance, a smuggler has loaded 20 kilograms of cocaine onto a CNG tank in their car. When attempting to recharge it at a gas station, this happens. The blaze instantly totals the vehicle. To make matters worse, the cocaine was easily recognizable in the remnants. So much for that smuggling scheme. A mother's fatigue is very real and understandable, but not when you take it out on underpaid fast food workers like what this lady does. This recording captures a woman arguing with a fast food worker while shouting repeatedly, "I'm trying to get my kids breakfast."
I'm trying to get my kids breakfast! I'm trying to get my kids breakfast! Shut up!
Setting aside the sheer unhealthiness of feeding your children fast food first thing in the morning, this woman's rude behavior certainly isn't anywhere near motherly. The disappearance of 22-year-old Trevor Deely is one of Ireland's most troubling cases. In the early hours of December 8, 2000, Trevor left his company's Christmas party and stopped by his office, perhaps to grab an umbrella or check some emails. CCTV footage captures him chatting briefly with a mysterious figure dressed in black outside the building. Trevor then continued his journey homeward. More CCTV footage shows him strolling past the Bank of Ireland ATM on Haddington Road at approximately 4:14 a.m., with the same dark-clad figure trailing about 30 seconds behind. Trevor would not be seen again. The investigation into his disappearance has seen numerous twists and turns. In 2017, acting on a tip from an informant, authorities searched a wooded area in Dublin, suspecting foul play by a known criminal. The result was a cache of unrelated firearms and drugs, but no sign of Trevor. In December 2023, the Irish police announced they identified and interviewed the man in black from the CCTV footage, concluding he was not linked to Trevor's disappearance. To this day, Trevor Deely's vanishing act remains a riddle. His family continues to seek closure, holding on to hope that someday, someone will stumble upon the missing piece in this intricate puzzle.
Hi. I'm out to see you are following me. Is there any reason?
Is there a reason why you're filming?
Yes.
Okay, what's that then?
Why are you following me?
Why are you following you? Why are you filming?
Sorry?
Why are you filming?
Police officers.
Police officer, yeah.
Shoulder number? I didn't see it. 1527, and you are?
I'm also at the police station.
Shoulder number?
Why are you filming?
Shoulder number?
Why are you filming?
Shoulder number.
That's the question.
Are you a PC?
No, I'm a DC.
I feel like you're a DC, so you need to give me a shoulder number.
My card number's 926.
Thank you. Is there any reason why you're following me?
Is there any reason why you're filming?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But why are you following me?
Because you're filming.
Okay, this one comes with a twist worthy of M. Night Shyamalan. It starts with a UK man realizing that he's being followed by two women, so he takes out his phone and films the two ladies. As it turns out, they're both police officers in civilian clothing. This does nothing to subdue the man, who remains confrontational.
Am I being detained, guys?
No, I'm just asking questions.
Am I free to go?
No.
No, not at the moment.
So I'm being detained?
Information from
We're
yourself.
asking you questions.
No. Am I being detained?
Well, asking questions about why you're filming.
And I just told you. Matters of public interest. I'm making a video over the police. Am I being detained?
You are being detained for questioning, yes.
I need to tell me which section you detained me under.
No, I've given you enough.
No.
You've got two uniformed colleagues.
Yes.
We've given you identification.
You're the detaining officer?
So we've told you who we are. I'm
Yeah.
DC 926 Joanne Bills. What is your full name and my office?
All right, hang on. Okay, I've heard what you said. I heard absolutely everything.
What is your name, please?
Let me just respond to her 1 second, yeah? I've heard everything you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the detaining officer? And which section are you detaining me under?
I'm detaining you under the Terrorism Act at this moment in time.
Okay, Section 43 of the Terrorism Act does not require me to give you my name and address. Yeah, hang on, if you have reasonable... Hang on.
Are you refusing name and address? Because the next step is simply to arrest you. We're asking you your personal details. You're refusing to give them.
I don't have
to.
to.
Be arrested. So, you're under arrest. It's
Okay.
a cuffs, please. You're covering for me. It's now 16:25 hours and you're under arrest. You don't say anything. It may harm your defence, but you're not mentioning one question. Something which later on in court you could do so, maybe giving evidence.
All right, I'm not going to be aggressive, officer.
Minutes later, he's arrested. It doesn't seem like he's doing anything wrong, but there's clearly a lot more to the story. As it turns out, the man is a member of a YouTube group called Auditing Britain, which films public servants in ways that some say border on harassment.
We are aware of a video circulating where our officers spoke to and detained a male. Whilst our officers deal with hundreds of interactions with members of the public on a daily basis and do so professionally and fairly, we recognise on this occasion we got it wrong. Having reviewed the footage, we understand this situation could have been handled better, and we are genuinely sorry for this, and we wish to issue an apology to the individual involved.
Keeping with our theme of convenience store robberies gone hilariously wrong, check out this would-be thief. After several minutes of doing the drug withdrawal dance in front of the store, he decides to put his entire body weight on the handle in an attempt to get in. Instead, she ends up ripping off the handle and falling right on his butt. As funny as this is, the best part has to be how quickly the suspect gives up and walks away. On the mean streets of Ontario, Canada, a couple of thugs are out to cause chaos. Following a string of 3 drive-by shootings at the same movie theater in Richmond Hill in May 2024, these two returned and amped up the carnage. CCTV shows them casually strolling into the lobby, dropping a bag on the floor, and then lighting it up, Molotov style. The cinema burst into flames, ironically like a Michael Bay movie, and the thugs sprint back to the getaway ride. Thankfully, the building's sprinkler system kicks in and douses the flames, and no one inside, especially the folks catching a late-night show upstairs, got hurt. But seriously, what's next? Flashbangs during the previews? The events at this movie theater are worthy of a film itself.
my God.
McDonald's has had many villain characters over the years. You've probably heard of the Hamburglar and Grimace, who was originally called Evil Grimace, but unless you live in Baltimore, I doubt you've met this next villain. The man on the tricycle, whose name we don't know, is notorious for causing trouble at his local Mickey D's. Seen in these clips being rude towards staff, picking up furniture and taking food that isn't his, it might seem like the workers are being rough with him when they respond, but they aren't willing to put up with his behavior anymore.
Not again. Not again. Not again. Oh my God. The fish. Now Roddy playing in the background. Oh my God. Y'all better get his scooter. Get his bike. Get his bike.
The fact that this troublemaker has a disability doesn't give him the right to harass the McDonald's employees. Are the workers' actions justified, or were they a little too heavy-handed in their approach?
Look at him.
Do you like this one? You got my keys on you.
Daddy bike. Dragging him out.
Oh my God, you're so fat. Yeah, you're fat.
And again, kids being jerks. These kids were on a bus when they decided it would be funny to harass and bully an elderly lady.
You're so fat. You take up like the whole JC. Dude, I'm gonna have on my knife now, right? What's your address so I can freaking piss off your door? How about I bring my knife and cut you? I must stab you in the stomach and my knife will go through you like butter.
They even threatened her with a weapon. What is the point of this? Please, tell me what you think.
It's all f***ing water. You don't have a family because they all killed themselves because they didn't want to be near you. Why are you looking at me like that? Like you want to because you're so fat. Oh, no. Put those oh my God, your glasses are foggy.
Now, let's head to Birmingham, UK, where a 23-year-old footballer named Cody Fisher was attacked and fatally stabbed in an altercation at a nightclub. The footage shows the suspect passing through security with a hidden weapon. The attacker then waits for the footballer to appear in the club. When he does, they ambush him and stab him to death. As if that weren't bad enough, the suspects were later seen reenacting the stabbing in a pizza shop.
Right, ladies. Yeah, so these soldiers serve their country, all right? They take their job seriously. They are responsible for the protection of this facility. They are not an object of ridicule. I appreciate you having fun. He's not having fun. He's got a long day.
Another day in London and another group of tourists trying to get a rise out of the King's Guard. In this instance though, an armed police officer intervenes and gives the group a dressing down, explaining very clearly and eloquently that the guard is just doing his job and that the royal protectors don't appreciate being the subject of ridicule.
They are not an object of ridicule. I appreciate you having fun. He's not having fun. He's got a long day. There's a lot of hours he's got to do. It is tiring, exhausting. You take the piss out of him. All right? We do not appreciate that. I will ask you to leave the facility. All right?
Way to keep calm and carry on. Here's another gas station carjacking courtesy of Philadelphia. The dramatic footage shows a van full of heavily armed men jumping out and surprising the poor man pumping gas. The man runs into the attached convenience store while the men hop into his car and drive away. Though it's hard to tell from the footage alone, it seems like this might have been about more than just the car. If anything, stealing the car seems like an afterthought compared to ensuring the poor owner was scared to death. Kamila Beletskaya was another Russian actress who was famous on social media but met a tragic and untimely end. On November 29, 2024, the 24-year-old was snapped while practicing yoga on a cliff in Koh Samui, Thailand. She had previously posted online that the rocky beach was the best thing she had ever seen in her life. However, it happened to be monsoon season, and as she took to the sights and sounds, a huge wave came crashing over the rocks and swept her out to sea. Rescue efforts were immediately launched, and although her body was recovered, Camilla's life could not be saved. Authorities had previously warned about dangerous coastal conditions during the monsoon season, and this tragedy led to the rocky areas at this particular viewpoint being closed.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Perfect. I'm definitely nervous. Perfect. So, in regards to apparently she has on camera you taking a package from right there. What is your package? Oh, so it's just okay.
My number. It's Amazon. She was here delivery thing.
Messed up. Okay.
It's mine.
I just wanted to make sure. Let me just verify that's your name.
Of course. This is my Amazon. She would have a thing.
Trust me, she's done this before. She's a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so they put it down there.
Yeah, she's just causing problems.
A small misunderstanding led to frayed tempers and a poor, frustrated policeman in this next clip. The uploader explains that their neighbor called the cops and claimed that they had stolen her package. In actual fact, the parcel had been delivered to the wrong door, but they had footage to prove it was theirs. It might have been resolved through civil conversation, but as always, there was history between the two.
Alright, I'll talk to her. Hey.
I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. Don't come to my door anymore or come to my camera.
Go back there. Alright. Okay.
I'm allowed to pick up my package if it's fine.
Yes.
Before she steals it, because I'm sure she's probably going to do it one day.
Okay. Alright, just wanted to make sure.
This is how she behaves, by the way. She has harassed our camera multiple times, curses outside, does so much shit. The office won't do things. If we can make a complaint, I would love to.
You make that with us. If this is a complaint dealing with that, you make it with the office. Okay? So
No, but yeah, there's definitely mine.
I just want to make sure.
And if my packages are delivered there, I'm going to pick them up. Okay. And she can call the post every single time.
I just want to make sure.
And she can come.
You can go back inside.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir. You have a great night.
Ask her. They've been harassing me. They called the cops on me a few weeks ago, accusing me of stealing their package, and it wasn't even theirs. And she didn't ring my door, and I told her it was mine. So I had to prove to the officer that came out and showed him too my package. But then they want to go run to the office like they're the poor little victims. But they've been harassing me for quite some time, and I'm very fed up.
A month earlier, the uploader was expecting a delivery and received a notification from the Ring doorbell. They didn't see a package, so checked with the neighbor to see if they had taken it in for them. There was a brief altercation, and it turned out that the delivery really was meant for the neighbor that day. The uploader says they apologized, but ever since then, the circle of trust remains broken and everyone, including the cops, are having to deal with headaches every time the postman comes. In case you haven't seen what road rage looks like in New Zealand, here it is. The girl completely lost it and ran towards the car with the dash cam, climbed on top and started smashing the windows. Unbelievable. There are a lot of bad drivers out there, but this person's complete unawareness and disregard leaves me almost terrified to get back on the road. Footage shows them coming to a complete stop and then reversing directly into a store.
No manches.
How could this possibly be an accident? You have to try to drive this poorly. It's often difficult to explain why the cartels often get so much support from Mexican citizens. For instance, in many regions where cartels operate, there are limited economic opportunities. Cartels can provide a significant source of income for individuals and families who might otherwise have few options for employment. Cartels also tend to invest in local communities, building infrastructure, providing social services, and, believe it or not, policing crime. When you know that, you know why they can parade down the street to applause like this.
Oh my goodness.
Delaware is often considered the U.S.'s most forgettable state, but that wasn't the case on this day. This footage from a nearby car shows an accident involving a truck carrying 420 kilograms of hydrogen fuel, causing it to burst into flames. Hydrogen not only burns fast, but it also burns for a long time. As this footage demonstrates, the tanks on the truck all blew up one by one over the course of several minutes. Fortunately, nobody was seriously injured in either the accident or the blast, and police and firefighters reacted in a matter of seconds. Even then, it took them nearly 4 minutes to completely put out the blaze.
Go ahead and just get out of here, okay? Just in case this thing gets bigger.
On October 3, 2011, a violent robbery unfolded at a Taco Bell in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The incident was captured on CCTV, showing a masked man in a gray hooded sweatshirt entering the restaurant and threatening employees with a firearm, or maybe just his hand in a bag. He grabbed an employee around the neck and demanded money from the cash register, instilling fear among the staff. The suspect's actions were swift and unsettling as he fled the scene shortly after the robbery. The Fayetteville Police Department responded promptly, releasing the surveillance footage to the public in hopes of identifying the suspect. We don't know if he was ever caught, but in the aftermath, the Taco Bell location took key measures to enhance security and ensure the safety of both employees and customers in the future. Taco Bell robberies are more common than you might think, especially in Memphis. In 2023, 2 different restaurants were hit in a similar fashion, with suspects dressed in black climbing through the window of the drive-thru and helping themselves to cash from the register. Footage from one of these robberies was captured on CCTV and released by Memphis police in an attempt to identify the suspects.
I think they have a serious mental problem. I think they need some help.
These incidents, which may or may not have been connected, highlight a concerning trend of fast food establishments being targeted for robberies, emphasizing the need for increased security measures and community vigilance. After all, no money means no tacos, and what kind of world would that be?
Police can't do it all. They need some second eyes. They need somebody else out here. The whole neighborhood, the community, everybody need to get involved in what's going on now.
This man also had a terrifying encounter in the woods. A mysterious, unknown being appeared to be staring at him through the trees. The man says he has lived in the area for 7 years but has never seen anything like it.
See that thing right there? It's creeping me out. I've lived here for going on 7 years. I walked 100 miles through these woods. Never seen that shape before right there. See it? It's got a funny head shape. It wasn't here earlier. Yeah, no, it's not a stump.
The figure is eerily still and silent, almost as if it's a tree stump. Hold up.
It's not broken tree or whatever. I don't know. It looks like it's connected right there, but it's not. I've been over there 1,000 times.
Here's another epic instance of a suspect running from the police. Keep your eye on the white car. The suspect exits the vehicle and strolls into the store, where he appears to be waiting patiently in the corner. outside, a police vehicle pulls up and an officer appears out of nowhere to attempt to tackle the man. Clearly, we're only seeing the middle of a story that has already been playing out. The first suspect breaks free, while another person who was still in the car speeds off. Footage from multiple gas stations and other businesses catch the first man as he escapes on foot, with cruisers in hot pursuit. A group of customers at a Belfries in New York is caught on camera causing a ruckus. The perpetrators, three 20-something black girls, not only throw stuff at the employees, but also begin destroying the property, from tearing out the counter barrier to hurling furniture at the staff. Not only that, the three girls also apparently stole some money from the register. The worst thing is, they do it all with such gleeful laughter. In October 2024, a tranquil town in India was shocked by a daring daylight kidnapping. Two young siblings, aged just 3 and 4 years old, had just returned from school and were under the care of their grandmother. As they played innocently in their living room, two men brazenly entered their home and took them away. The despicable act was captured on the home's CCTV system, showing the kidnappers fleeing with the children to a waiting getaway car. The children's grandmother immediately alerted the authorities. The police, wasting no time, launched a full-scale investigation. Using CCTV footage and technical surveillance, they tracked the kidnappers' vehicle and made plans to intercept it. When they called up to them, there was a confrontation, resulting in a shootout where one of the kidnappers sustained injuries. Thankfully, the children were rescued unharmed and reunited with their family. According to reports, the motive behind this awful crime was a financial dispute between the kidnappers and the children's father. Look at this poor girl. She's sitting at the train station, having a snack, and waiting to go to where she needs to go. Suddenly, this random guy just stands in front of her and proceeds to stare at her despite her repeatedly asking him to leave.
Are you just going to stand in front of me whilst I eat? Please, I beg, I'm just trying to eat. Please. I'm trying to eat my food and this guy's just standing right in front of me. I don't get it. Right in front of me. I'm not having a conversation with you. I'm not having a conversation with you. I'm going to just eat my food and ignore you. At this point, you're forcing the conversation out of me. I don't want a conversation. I'm straight here, minding my business. No, just in front of me. There's no obviously nothing. There's no obviously nothing.
However, at what point do you realize that she's not going to provide her number or start snogging you on the train station bench, as they say in the UK? Just leave the poor girl alone, man.
I'm gonna start screaming in a sec. I'm gonna start screaming. I'm gonna start screaming. I'm gonna start screaming. I'm gonna start screaming. Move! 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 Just move.
Here's a robbery attempt from Brazil that has an unexpected twist. A man arrives on a motorbike with his thief apprentice on the back. They stick up a youth and go through his pockets looking for anything of value. The driver rifles through the kid's wallet but appears to take pity on him and hands the wallet back. That's not the twist, though. When the driver goes to ride away, his apprentice snatches the keys to the bike. It seems the real target of this robbery was the driver all along. The kids turn on him and attempt to steal the bike while he fends them off with his helmet. Oh, how the tables have turned. Honestly, it's hard to be mad at these kids for giving the thief a taste of his own medicine, but they're playing a very dangerous game.
So apparently the sign went down. I guess that's the Wendy's sign. You can see inside where it's just crashed all the way in. That sucks.
It's not often you see two fast food rivals merging together, but when a severe thunderstorm hit Gainesville, Texas in 2022, that's what happened. Well, sort of. The storm caused a massive Wendy's sign to take a nosedive and crash right through the roof of a neighboring Taco Bell. Inside the Taco Bell, 3 employees and 3 customers were present. Miraculously, no one was injured, but you can bet they were all questioning their life choices at that moment.
Feeling good. They sat there for about how many minutes? No, stop touching me. I'm not touching you. Y'all sat there for how many minutes? No, you sat there for how many minutes and watched me come in here dancing from the door to this point, and now you decide, no, don't touch me.
At a bus station in New York, a man grabbed the attention of multiple security guards when he refused to leave the area. The uploader of the video claims the man was just dancing while waiting for a bus, but security guards thought he was intoxicated due to his strange behavior.
No, because I'm screaming because you know why? You are grabbing me when I am feeling good.
You hit me.
You grabbed me.
No, you pushed
I don't
me.
care.
He was grabbed first.
He pushed me.
He was grabbed.
Listen to me.
Did you hear what I said?
I've been arrested a few times for something that I was not accused of.
It doesn't have to be this time.
I don't care. I'm not walking out. Why I'm walking out when you grabbing me?
He stated he was catching a bus.
That camera is rolling. This camera is rolling. That camera is rolling.
All right, but I understand that. If he got to be removed, he got to be removed. But we can't.
You can't be intoxicated in here.
Exactly, but he can't be removed without being removed with care. We can't remove him like he done just punched somebody in the face. He got assaulted too. He got touched.
Right now, you're recording him trespassing, so thank you.
Okay.
You can arrest
You're welcome.
the problem right here. Hold on. Hold on. No. First of all, why are you going to grab on me?
Right now.
Why are you going to grab on me?
You have 1 second to turn around.
Why are you going to grab on me?
You have 1 second to turn around.
Don't tase him.
Why are you going to grab on me, bro?
After a brief standoff, the man walks away from security but is intercepted by a police officer. The officer tells him to turn around, but the man refuses. So the officer draws his taser. When more of his warnings go ignored, the officer fires the taser.
How you going to jump on me when I just came to catch the bus?
He just came to catch the bus.
Here, they watched me. These 2 people watched me walk in. And I was,
He doesn't do nothing. All he did was dance.
No.
You are going in
Listen,
handcuffs right
I
now.
was
Turn
feeling
around,
good.
put your hands behind your
No,
back.
I'm not going to put my hands.
Then you are
Why
getting
am I being arrested?
You are being detained.
Why am I being
You are
detained?
being detained.
Why am I being detained?
And again,
No,
turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Why am I being detained? Bro, you see this?
Yes, I do say. Could you handle him with care?
He's grabbing on me.
However, it appears to have little effect. Despite the man's insistence that they cannot detain him, the police officer and security guards do just that. A follow-up from the guy filming claims that all charges against the man were eventually dropped. Kids nowadays do really disturbing and disrespectful things and call them pranks. The truth is, nobody's laughing. In fact, I'm furious. This teen decided to film himself vaping on a Sheik elder's turban, as if that was funny. Boeing has had a rough couple of years. What with the rampant accusations of negligence and the suspicious deaths of 2 whistleblowers. However, this footage shows what happens when an aircraft failure goes right. A FedEx plane on its way to Istanbul airport realized it had a problem with its landing gear. With no other choice but to come in without the nose gear, the pilots managed to guide the aircraft onto the runway safely, where it came to a rest in a shower of sparks. The fire crews at the airport responded in seconds to douse any potential flames and cool the metal and asphalt. However, can you imagine being those pilots? No thanks.
And they're upset because we're riding on a bridge just like everybody else.
That's TikTok, right? That's
No,
so funny. That's
okay.
so my God. He's recording us?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God.
Hey, don't walk alone now. Walk back.
In 2024, a group of American tourists were confronted by Italian locals for writing their names on a 2,000-year-old bridge. The group claimed they were being targeted because of their race, but nothing racist was said, and the Italians were understandably upset about their hometown architecture being defaced.
Leave us alone. Come on. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. No. No. Leave me alone. No. No. Leave us alone.
The fact that these tourists could not accept that they were in the wrong is both baffling and infuriating. Here's a Philadelphia man just trying to put some gas in his car. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that he's about to be viciously attacked by a gang of juvenile thieves. As he stands there pumping gas, one of the youths comes up behind him while another approaches from the side. After the first kid puts him in a headlock, a third person comes in and throws some punches, knocking the man to the ground. The boys then take the man's keys, hop in the car, and head off. Luckily, they were spotted by the police a few streets away. They fled the scene and crashed the vehicle, leaving us to wonder what the point of it all was. Much has been written about China's bystander problem, where citizens don't help others in need for cultural reasons or the fear of being blamed for an accident. This next clip is a prime example, and honestly, it's difficult to watch. An elderly man goes to exit a store and collapses. According to some comments, he may have died from a heart attack. As he lies there, not moving, other patrons simply look at him and carry on their business, walking right past him and offering no help to him whatsoever. Several people walk by over the course of 2 minutes, and even the cashier does nothing. Maybe they thought he was drunk or sleeping. Either way, it's shocking that not one single person offers to help. Who knows how long he was lying there?
Okay, choose not to answer. I hope that this is video recorded then. I don't know what compels you guys to keep dragging your baby thing over there, but the note from the HOA says to take care of it. I have video evidence on all of my security cameras surrounding my house of you dragging it over there. So unless you want me to get the HOA involved to come and fine you for that as well, get your and take care of it. Thank you.
This next neighbor was angry because a kid's booster seat was left outside their house. They received a notice from the Homeowners Association telling them to get rid of it, but they claimed the seat wasn't theirs. The uploader of the video, whose doorbell she rang, claims that the seat isn't theirs either. It was apparently dumped on the curb and they've moved it back to where it originally came from. The worst part is, bulk trash pickup day is once per month in this neighborhood, so this angry game of pass the booster seat might have gone on for a long time.
It's not a crap! Get out! Oh, get over!
Yes, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Here's another brilliant move by a young woman who was being kicked out of a grocery store by a police officer.
You gotta go now.
Okay.
Now.
You know, I already signed away my rights to own a gun for 5 years.
It don't matter, you gotta go now. Don't try nothing stupid because you're gonna get tased. I don't think so. You're gonna get tased. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
As we can see from the body cam, the woman first runs ahead and then, thinking she can get away with it, steals a watermelon from the front of the store.
You can let it go, fool.
Hold up. Turn around.
This results in her nearly getting tased and immediately getting arrested. No word on whether or not the melon survived the fall.